those are the hosts that we are going to go do that whole recursive thing for. We're going to go out to the root servers, we're going to go to the top level domain, we're going to go to the domain server, authoritative domain servers, and get the answer. So all we have to do to set up, or to become a caching lookup server for a client is we add that client in the account allow recursion line.
Do we have to add it to the allow query?
No, because allow query, in fact, we don't even need allow query there. I do put it there. It locks everything down, but if you recall in named.conf.local, this allow query line is superseding what was in named.conf.options. So this is saying, we'll allow anyone to query for this zone, the gummybear.com. Yeah.
With named.conf.options, does it matter where you put the options? Does it look at specific areas, or can you just dump them in the top of the file as long as they're written right?
I think you can put them anywhere in the file. I haven't tested like every single line in the file, but I'm pretty sure you can put them anywhere in the file.
So really the only reason you use allow query is if you have in that zone file, you have it for no one, you would just put it so that only, if you wanted to allow certain people.
Well, the only reason I think we put it in this named.conf.options, this line, the allow query, is just in case you misconfigure something, we're just going to make sure that we, just as a security measure, we'll just do that. But yeah, allow recursion, that's who is allowed to do lookups through our server. And so you're just going to list 197.10, just like I've listed this guy, 197.2, in this list of machines.
Can you do that on both the master and the slave?
Yep.
Okay.
Remember, on the master and slave, or I should say on the slave, the only files we've ever edited, named.conf.options and named.conf.local. Okay, other questions from this assignment or anything related to DNS? Any projects you're working on we need to go debug? Troubleshoot.
I think I was really tired when this isn't quite DNS, but when I set up the database, I think I was very tired and I messed up the password. I don't know it. Is there any way to fix that, or?
Yeah, you just Google how to reset forgotten MySQL password. If you have your sudo password on that machine,
Yeah.
then you can reset it.
Just a regular old sudo password?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
We talk about delegation.
Delegation, yes. So, like this one.
Yeah.
So you're delegating authority for the force dot. So if I was, let's say I'm delegating authority for the force dot thegummybear.com to that IP address, and also to that other IP address, and we're going to give them names master.theforce and apprentice.theforce. All you have to do to delegate is you're adding 4 lines in your zone file. That's it. What do those 4 lines look like? Well, as an example, no, not that one. In your DB file.
The DB file is the zone file.
Yep, that's your zone file. Yep. So here if I uncomment those, and those are commented out right now, a semicolon as a comment, but I've just delegated ns1 dot, or how would I word it correctly? Yeah, player.thegummybear.com. I've delegated it to these 2 IP addresses, and those are found at ns1.player, ns2.player. So really, you would just change some lines like that. That would be master. Here you'd put master.theforce and apprentice.theforce, and then point it to the 144.38.199.50 and 51. Oh, I did right there. Hello. So I delegated the force thegummybear.com to those 2 IP addresses. But you're going to delegate the force dot, whatever your domain is, to the 2 IP addresses that I listed. So,
Yeah.
does that help?
Yeah.
That's all we're doing for delegating. So we've done those 2. Oh wait, no, we did this one and this one. Caching lookup client. Know how to change the name of a machine. So one of the first tasks I might have you do would be change the host name or edit it. Well, certainly, I don't know if it's on this exam or on the email exam, but remember you have to change the host name so it sends stuff correctly. So you're editing Etsy host name, but Etsy hosts. Some of you maybe haven't put the correct entries in Etsy hosts still, but you're gonna have some entry that looks like that, this whole line, in your Etsy hosts file.
Then you change,
Wasn't there something weird with, Bionic, when you change the host name, and like when you restart the computer, it'll reset it?
There's,
Someone was having that error, I haven't had it yet, but
There's, it's,
Cause I
a
was.
cloud
yeah.
init file. You have to change a line to true.
I do remember having to
I
help
had
someone with that
trouble
once.
with that.
So, but if you guys have done it on your previous machines, you should know how to do it for yourself.
If not, you can just switch it
Yeah. But if it's not changing, if it's not, that's a good point.
up. Doesn't even.
Um, The other thing revolving DNS clients was you have to set this Etsy net plan, right? You have to set it to, the client has to access your servers, you gotta change those lines there. So it uses those servers for your DNS lookup.
Sudo net plan restart.
I do sudo net plan apply.
Apply.
That makes any changes.
So can you show that cloud file real quick, just in case anybody has that? So it's,
okay.
so it's Vim, Etsy, cloud,
I don't have any cloud.
you don't have cloud, okay.
Oh, you know what? It's, how many people did this happen to? Okay, it has to do with the way you installed the machine. And I can't remember, there's an option there, I think that's what I narrowed it down to. It's the way that you install the machine and it creates that directory. And I don't know.
Basically, if that file exists, then you gotta change it, but if it doesn't
It's-
exist, then don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's that Etsy cloud config, and then you change preserve host name from false to true.
Oh, okay. Now, on the clone machines I'm giving you, that shouldn't be an issue. Okay. Yeah,
Can we see that entry from Etsy hosts again? For-
Yeah. So I usually just leave the localhost entries in there by default. And then this is, once again, I can't remember if I have to do it on the DNS assignment, but certainly for email, we know that this had to be edited correctly, or else it wouldn't put the appropriate host name on the reply to address. So we had to put that. The other thing that I came across for 3 or 4 people is don't use underscores for your host name. Took me a while to debug those. It's just weird. You can't, anyway, I can't explain what the errors were, but you can't use an underscore. Why? Because DNS doesn't understand underscores. It understands dashes. If you want to do a dash in your host name, that's fine, but don't use underscores. Awesome. Other questions on this assignment or anything DNS? Or?
So for the zone file, when you're doing like Leia as your master authoritative and Luke as your slave, you can put an A record for like NS1 having your IP address, and then you can do a second A record for like Luke and Leia, right? Or do you do a C name?
You can, either one, a second A record, a C name, or you can just use Leia instead of NS1
So
and
like-
Luke instead of NS2.
Okay, so like when you're setting it up, just set it up as in the top, like the SOA, you would do like Leia dot whatever your,
Let me correct. Do I have this? So there, yeah, so I just added a
you just did a
second A record.
Okay.
And that works.
Yeah.
Oh, but you point to your RIP.
Yeah, so you just point to the same IP address.
Yeah,
So there's
just point to the same IP.
translations for it. Cool.
Now, I honestly, I can't remember if the auto grader will like that, but it works.
Is that something you look at and recognize as grading? Or would you just be
Yeah.
Matt?
this point in the semester, I'm like, they submitted it. 4 points. I don't know, I'm not. Now everyone's just gonna
But
submit.
not really. It's like an empty file.
We get extra credit points for submitting an SNL, something from SNL.
Something from SNL. Maybe I should have an extra credit question on the test about SNL, because it's only no.
Then we have to go watch like every year with SNL, it's like crap, an entire weekend spent watching SNL.
What is El Nino?
Down there.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Let's say that, Chris Farley.
Never
Yo soy
really
El
watched
Nino.
it.
That's what he says. Okay, what, do we need a debug? Does anyone have any problems that they're working out on their DNS assignments that we need to troubleshoot?
Yeah, time management, like traditional time management.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do most?